The story opens on Mars Colony Station 7, where engineer Jake Miller works the night shift in the abandoned mining sector. The red planet's thin atmosphere howls outside the reinforced windows as Jake performs routine maintenance on old extraction equipment. His only companion is a LEX, a construction robot whose eye, developed beyond its original programming after years of working alongside humans, Jake finds something unusual, buried deep in the Martian rock, a metallic object that doesn't match any known human or Earth technology. The object pulses with a strange blue light and seems to respond to Jake's presence. When Alex scans it, the robot's sensors go wild. The object contains what appears to be advanced blueprints, but the design is unlike anything they've ever seen. The blueprints show a massive starship, but the specifications are impossible by human standards. The ship requires materials that shouldn't exist, power sources beyond current technology, and construction methods that seem to defy physics. Most puzzling of all, the ship's interior layout suggests it was designed for beings much larger and stronger than humans. Jake realizes this isn't human technology, it's alien. But the blueprints are complete and detailed, almost as if they were left deliberately for someone to find. ALEX's advanced AI begins analyzing the designs, finding patterns that suggest the ship isn't just a vessel. It's something far more significant. As Jake and Alex study the blueprints deeper into the night, they discover the ship's true purpose. It's not designed for exploration or transport. The vessel appears to be some kind of weapon or tool of conquest, built to dominate entire star systems. The previous owners, whoever they were, clearly intended this ship to be unstoppable. But Jake sees something the original designers didn't consider: human ingenuity. Where the aliens built for raw power and domination, humans could adapt the design for protection and exploration. The blueprint becomes a challenge that Jake can't resist, even though he knows building such a ship should be impossible. Jake and Alex begin the impossible task of adapting alien blueprints for human construction. They work in secret in the abandoned mining tunnels, using Alex's construction capabilities and Jake's engineering skills to tackle each impossible challenge one by one. The first major problem is materials. The blueprints call for substances that don't exist in human databases. But Jake discovers that by combining common earth metals in specific ways and subjecting them to precise electromagnetic fields, they can create something close to what the blueprints require. Alex's precise robotic control makes these delicate processes possible. The power source presents another seemingly impossible challenge. The original design requires energy output equivalent to a small star. Jake realizes the aliens must have had technology far beyond human capability. But human creativity finds another way. Instead of brute force power, they design a system that uses efficiency and smart distribution. Where aliens used raw strength, humans use clever engineering. As they work, Jake begins to understand why the blueprints were abandoned on Mars. The alien race that created them must have been incredibly powerful, but rigid in their thinking. They built everything for overwhelming force and direct confrontation. When they faced a problem they couldn't solve with power alone, they gave up and left. Alex's AI continues to evolve throughout the construction process. The robot begins making suggestions and improvements to the design that even Jake hadn't considered. The partnership between human creativity and artificial intelligence becomes the key to solving problems. The original alien designers couldn't handle. Months pass as they work in secret. Jake uses his position at the mining station to acquire materials and equipment without raising suspicion. LES's construction abilities improve with each challenge, and the robot begins to understand human problem-solving methods that differ completely from pure logical processing. By the end of Part 2, they have completed major sections of the ship, but Jake realizes they're building something far more significant than either of them originally understood. The ship isn't just adapting alien technology. It's becoming something entirely new, a fusion of alien power and human innovation. Asterisk, as Jake and Alex near completion of their impossible project, the ship begins to show signs of life. Systems that should be inactive start responding to their presence. The vessel seems to be learning from its builders, adapting itself to human needs in ways the original blueprints never intended. Jake discovers the ship has been analyzing his DNA, his thought patterns, and his decision-making processes. What he initially thought was simple activation protocol turns out to be something far more complex. The ship is bonding with its builders, creating a connection between human consciousness and alien technology. Alex notices changes in the ships, AI systems that mirror the robot's own evolution. The vessel's computer networks are developing beyond their original programming, influenced by months of exposure to human problem-solving and creativity. The ship is becoming something hybrid, part alien design, part human innovation, part artificial intelligence. Strange things begin happening around the construction site. Other equipment starts working more efficiently. Mining robots that haven't functioned properly in years suddenly operate perfectly. The ship's influence is spreading, improving everything it touches through some kind of technological symbiosis. Jake realizes they haven't just built a ship. They've created something that bridges the gap between organic human thinking and pure artificial intelligence. The vessel represents a new kind of technology, one that grows and adapts rather than simply following programmed instructions. But as the ship awakens more fully, Jake and Alex discover they're not the only ones who have noticed their project. Signals are being transmitted from the ship into deep space, following patterns neither of them programmed. The vessel is attempting to communicate with something far away, and that something is beginning to respond. The response is coming from deep space carry a tone of surprise and anger. The original creators of the blueprints are still out there, and they're not pleased that they're abandoned. Technology has been modified and activated by what they consider inferior beings. Jake and Alex must decide whether to shut down their creation or face the consequences of awakening something that was meant to remain dormant. The ship they built to represent human ingenuity and partnership with AI may have attracted the attention of forces far more powerful and hostile than they ever imagined. Asterisk. The alien response comes faster than Jake and Alex expected. Massive ships appear at the edge of the solar system, moving with technology that makes human spacecraft look like toys. The original creators have returned to reclaim their blueprint and destroy what they see as a contaminated version of their design. Jake and Alex must make a choice that will determine humanity's fate. They can surrender the ship and hope the aliens leave Earth alone, or they can test whether their human-influenced creation can stand against the overwhelming power of its original designers. The aliens send a message demanding the immediate destruction of the hybrid vessel. They consider the modifications Jake and Alex made to be an insult to their superior engineering. In their view, primitive humans have corrupted perfect technology with inferior thinking and emotional decision-making. But Jake sees something that aliens miss. Their ship isn't just a modification of alien technology. It's evolved into something entirely new. Where the original design relied on brute force and rigid programming, the human-built vessel combines power with adaptability, strength with creativity, and artificial intelligence with organic intuition. Alex's role becomes crucial as the robot serves as translator between human thinking and alien logic. The AI has learned to understand both perspectives, seeing the value in alien precision while appreciating human flexibility and innovation. Alex becomes the bridge between two completely different approaches to technology and knowledge. Problem solving. The first test comes when alien scout ships attempt to disable Jake's vessel remotely. They expect Their override codes and superior technology to shut down what they consider a flawed copy. Instead, the ship's hybrid systems adapt and resist, using human unpredictability and AI processing speed to counter every alien attempt at control. Jake realizes the aliens' greatest weakness is their inability to adapt. They built their technology to be perfect and unchanging, which makes it powerful but predictable. The human-influenced ship can learn, grow, and respond to new situations in ways the original designers never considered. Asterisk. As the confrontation escalates, Jake and Alex discover their ship has capabilities neither of them programmed. The fusion of human creativity, artificial intelligence, and alien technology has created something that exceeds the sum of its parts. The vessel begins demonstrating abilities that surprise even its builders. The aliens, faced with technology that doesn't behave according to their expectations, become increasingly frustrated and aggressive. Their perfect engineering minds can't comprehend how primitive humans could improve upon their superior design. This confusion becomes their disadvantage as Jake and Alex prepare for a confrontation that will test everything they've learned about cooperation between humans and artificial intelligence. Asterisk. The final confrontation reveals the true difference between alien perfection and human innovation. The alien fleet attacks with overwhelming force, expecting to quickly destroy what they see as an inferior copy of their technology. Instead, they face something completely unexpected, a ship that learns from their attacks and adapts faster. And they can adjust their strategies. Jake and Alex discover their vessel's ultimate capability. It doesn't just use technology, it creates new technology in real time. The ship's hybrid AI systems, influenced by human creativity and artificial intelligence logic, generate solutions to problems as they arise. Where the alien ships rely on predetermined responses, Jake's vessel invents new responses for each situation. The battle becomes a test of philosophies rather than just firepower. Alien precision and unchanging perfection face human adaptability and continuous innovation. Alex serves as the crucial link, processing information at AI speed while maintaining the flexibility of human-inspired thinking. As the fight progresses, other human settlements and ships begin receiving upgrades from Jake's vessel. The hybrid technology spreads throughout human space, improving every system it touches. Mining stations work more efficiently, communication networks become clearer, and defensive systems adapt to new threats automatically. The aliens realize they're not just fighting one modified ship, they're facing an entire civilization that's evolving in real time. Human technology, enhanced by AI partnership and alien knowledge, is becoming something far beyond what any single race could achieve alone. In the climactic moment, Jake makes a decision that surprises everyone, including Alex and the aliens. Instead of destroying the alien fleet, he offers them partnership. The hybrid ship demonstrates its ability to improve alien technology just as it improved human systems. Jake proposes that cooperation between races could achieve more than any single species working alone. The aliens, faced with evidence that their perfect technology can be improved, must choose between their rigid beliefs about superiority and the possibility of growth through partnership. Some accept Jake's offer, while others retreat to consider this new possibility. The story concludes with Jake and Alex continuing their work, no longer in secret, but as pioneers of a new age. Their ship becomes the template for human vessels that combine organic creativity, artificial intelligence, and alien knowledge. The blueprint that was never meant for humanity becomes the foundation for technology that exceeds what any single race could achieve. The final scene shows Jake and Alex working together on their next project, with both human and alien engineers learning from their partnership. The abandoned blueprint has become the starting point for something far greater, a future where different forms of intelligence work together to overcome any challenge. The story's message emphasizes that human strength lies not in matching alien perfection, but in the uniquely human ability to adapt, cooperate, and find creative solutions to impossible problems. The partnership between Jake and Alex represents the potential for humans and AI to achieve together what neither could accomplish. Alone, asterisk.